The Doc is In is sponsored by Amada Senior Care.
Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton back in studio with us.
Earlier he talked about the side effects of what is known as sedentary work environment, and now he has some tips on how to fight it.
Yeah, so actually some good news here. It's really not as hard as you think to overcome the sedentary or not really physically active work environment. I don't want to offend you guys. So.
See, we stood up about
I know
like
you
20
guys did
minutes
great.
ago.
And I actually went into the control room and it's about 100 degrees in there, so they actually were legit sweating. So they got their sweat on. I expect to see that here in about 2 minutes. Earlier, we talked about the health risks of a sedentary work environment with a physical and mental toll with prolonged sitting at the workplace. I don't like to just be a downer, so let's focus on a recent study that demonstrated that battling sedentary impacts may not be that difficult. We mentioned earlier that you can always take steps at the workplace like taking breaks and walking around, standing at the desk, and integrated physical activities into your workday. Also, research published last fall in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that about 22 minutes a day of moderate to vigorous activity may provide an antidote to the ills of prolonged sitting. What's more, the researchers found that as person's activity level increases, the risks of dying prematurely from any cause actually goes down. So you may not be able to drastically change your work environment, but dedicating just over 20 minutes per day to at least moderate exertion can balance out many of the negative impacts. This study focused on the people that sat more than 10.5 hours per day. In addition to the 22 minutes of activity, an extra 10 minutes a day translated into a 15% lower risk of death among those spending fewer than 10.5 hours seated, and a 35% lower than those who spent more than 10.5 hours sedentary per day. So, you know, the interesting thing is here, there's not a ton you have to do, but you can make a significant impact. And I'm really questioning right now where Paul is, because I saw him wander out as I was giving out this great information, and he just leaves us.
Well, you mentioned going for a walk during your work
He
day.
did.
So he literally got up and walked out of the studio, and he's taking your advice.
Now, he has listened to the forecast from Justin that it is raining right now, right?
He's
Correct?
probably just going up and down. He's going from here to the kitchen.
He's in the parking
He's
garage.
in the kitchen,
Yeah,
and then
taking
he's going to
laps.
come back probably with a bag of chips. But at least he
Fair
went
enough.
for that walk.
Those are steps. That'll be one of his 22 minutes. You got a couple minutes earlier. So, hey, we're almost there, 22 minutes. Let's do this. And everybody can do it at home as well.
The pressure to do it right now. Thank you so much, Doc.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back with the final hour of news.